Hey up folks, it's John here from Black Star Studio. Starting out our new how-to series. Massive apologies for the delays here. I know I was supposed to start it in January, but between not being able to get a camera that was actually able to focus on what I was doing and my computer deciding to die on me, haven't had the ability to get going until now. This video we're going to be doing some priming in preparation for the next video on pre-shading. Just to introduce you to our subject for today. This is Tulip. Tulip will be our subject for the at the very least the first part of the series until he's finished. But today we're just going to prime him. It's worth pointing out that any of the techniques that I use in today's video can be used with rattle can primers and the like, so don't worry about the fact that I'm using an airbrush. With rattle can, just make sure that you have a look at the can itself, because you'll generally have to hold it a little further away than you will do with an airbrush. Now I have a preference for a dark grey for my primer because of the way that I pre-shade, so just going to add a little bit of the primer into, or maybe not. Let's try that again. Already shaken it once. Apparently it didn't need that long to separate. So I'll pop a bit of primer into the little pot. You can see I haven't got a lot there. A little bit of flow aid. Again, this is done mostly by eye, but the way to tell you've got the right amount, you know, people keep saying it needs to look like milk. If you see where I'm streaking up the back of the pot there, you can see where the bubbles are running back down. That's mostly what you're looking for. Okay, so the paint still adheres, but it is still runny. So I'll just set up the airbrush, get Tulip into the middle there, and then I'll start out with the priming. I'm spraying here at about 20 psi, which is, you know, a reasonable sort of pressure for this kind of work. Sometimes I go up to 25 depending on what I'm doing and how thick the paint is. First off, just make sure that the paint actually comes out. You can see the dark spot appearing at the back of the turntable there. That shows me that I'm getting decent airflow. Okay, so when we're priming a miniature, what we're looking for is short controlled bursts. Essentially, I generally spray somewhere between 2 and 5 inches from the model. Like I say, if you're using a rattle can, make sure you check what the rattle can says. And I'll just keep doing this until I've got a nice dark even coat across the entire miniature. I know it's probably obvious at this point that it has been primed once before in white, but the way I paint has changed quite a lot since I initially primed this miniature. Just need to keep going round, make sure we've got into all the crevices, under his armpits and the like. And there you go, that's all there is to it. Not a complicated job in any way, shape or form. So yeah, I mean, this is the primary example that I will cite for why airbrushes are not something to be afraid of. If you don't have one, get one. Cheap ones are absolutely fine for starting out and working out whether you like to use them or not. They are indispensable for priming, base coating and such like. So, you know, if there's one piece of advice to take from this specific video, it's get an airbrush. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll be back soon with another video on zenithal highlighting. my compressor going off nice and loud in the background. Yeah, we'll be back in another video shortly with zenithal highlighting on Tulip here. Again, this will be done by airbrush, but you'll see again that it's the technique that's the thing rather than the tool. So anything I do in that video, again, you'll be able to do with a rattle can. Right, see you next time. Happy painting.